left to go but up.
What's going on YouTube? Dannydecks here. We are back with another LoR video. And today we are going to be playing a little bit of an oldie, but it's a deck that I actually really enjoy. I have a lot of fun playing. And I think it's really solid in the meta right now, so we're going to play it. And that deck is the one I am calling Warlords. So this is Sivir with Akshan. This is not anything particularly crazy. Pretty standard deck. Now, in the past, this deck has been very dominant, and it's kind of fallen in and out of favor. I think this deck is actually in a really good position right now, and I think it deals with a lot of the meta, so that's why I'm playing it. I want to start climbing to Masters, and this will be the first stepping stone. I'll probably gain a little bit of LP with this deck before I switch to a different deck to finish off my climb, which will be the next video. But nonetheless, this is what we're playing. Now, I do have a pretty decent amount of experience on this deck. I am a little bit rusty. Haven't really played it in like maybe a full season or so. But yeah, I have played the deck, and it's very powerful. Can be a little bit tricky to play. It is pretty versatile in whatever cards you want to choose. Some people run 3 rallies. Some people run Vanguard Sergeant, the 3/4. Some people run 2 single combats, 1 single combat, 0 single combats, and, you know, same idea with Concerted Strike. Even Cataclysm, different numbers, Absolver, etc. So there is some flexibility to the list. I'm just going over what list I like to play, and I find this list to be very effective. So, Fleet Feather Tracker, this is just a staple Demacia card. It's very powerful, it's very good, and it's going to threaten a whole bunch of stuff. Oftentimes, if you don't have a good turn 2 play, by having this on the board on turn 1, you threaten your opponents, and they just won't play anything, so they'll give you a free pass, which is awesome. Shapestone ×2. This is a card that's not always included in the deck. I just think that the meta is pretty fast right now. I wouldn't say fast. I don't know how to describe it. I just think Shapestone's pretty useful. Combat tricks are really important at the moment, and there's not so many Shadow Isles decks going around that just straight up kill your unit, or Ionia that will just bounce them. So combat tricks have a lot of value, and a 1-mana combat trick is amazing, especially with the 2/3 from Bandle City with Impact. On turn 2, that guy can really ruin Akshan's day, so having a Shapestone will really help you get through some 3 health blockers. It's very nice. Treasure Seeker 3 of. This is another card, like I said, some people will only run 2 of this card. I like to go for the full 3. I think having a 1-drop is very important, so you want to get a 1-mana play as much as possible. That way you can get momentum rolling. Not to mention the Sand Soldier. These things are just really good. In combination with Vulnerable that you'll get from the Merciless Hunter, it can let you get free trades. It also lets you threaten additional wide boards, lethal. Makes it so that you can use it on a defensive turn if you're afraid the opponent's going to attack in. Lots of use to the Treasure Seeker Sand Soldier, not to mention just having a 1-drop. So I like to run 3 copies of it. And the Sand Soldier also progresses Sivir's level up by quite a bit. Akshan, you're always looking for Akshan on turn 2. Probably no exception to that. Now, the deck will play significantly different from having an Akshan on 2 and not. So, I don't think I would mulligan every single card to get him on 2, but I would definitely never throw away my Akshan. Bright Steel Protector. This gives barrier. This progresses our Warlords Palace, which is the Akshan thingy. So, you know, it's just a natural fit. It combos well with Tracker. It's good defensively and offensively. Not to mention, if you play this on a leveled up Sivir, when Sivir attacks, it will give your whole board barrier. Preservarium. I'm running 2 Preservariums. The deck can run out of gas. I just don't think it runs out of gas fast enough or quick enough. It's kind of a mid-rangey combo-esque list. So you really want to just get your shit done. You don't want it going to the late game. So Preservarium 2 of is just, I think it's just right. You don't want this card on 2 constantly. However, when you do need some draws, this does come in clutch. Sharpsight ×3. Sharpsight's like the best combat trick in the game outside of maybe Twin Disciplines. So you just run 2 or 3 copies of Sharpsight. I'm only running one single combat. The reason I'm only running one single combat as opposed to multiples, or technically 0, right? I just think that this deck doesn't really want to be single combating. None of our units are very beefy other than the Vicar and Bruiser. So for that reason, it's just often just trades our unit for their unit. It's good in clutch situations, and it's good, it's very situational, and it's good in response to some stuff. So I kept it in, and it's like, emergency removal. However, we're not really looking to trade our units inefficiently, and I think single combat kind of does that. So we're basically just keeping it at 1. 2 copies of Absolver. Now, you can argue to bump this up to 3. The only thing about that is we have a bunch of other combat tricks, and Absolver is really a finishing tool. We are almost never playing Absolver just to survive. I mean, the situation does come up for sure. However, since we're using this almost exclusively to finish games out, we just need 2 copies. We want to draw it most games, if not every game. We just don't want to draw multiples of them. Really just want your Absolver when you need it, and you can get that through Warlords Palace anyways. That's why we're only running 2. You can easily bump this card up to 3. I don't think anybody would ever argue with that. Cataclysm. This, in my opinion, is just better in the deck than single combat. So this is effectively just our second single combat. In combination with Overwhelm that you get from Absolver, you can use it to get an additional attack and close out a game. With Quick Attack from Sivir or Akshan, you can use this card to kill units for free. And I think that's better than the single combat. That's why I'm only running 1 and 1. I think this card fits better in the deck than single combat does. However, like I said, this is a fast speed card. In emergency situations, this is very useful, so that's why I'm running 1. You could technically cut this and run 2 Cataclysms. Cataclysm is really good. Merciless Hunter. Merciless Hunter is, kind of like one of the bread and butter backbones of this deck. It does a lot of things, especially in the current meta. This really threatens Gnar. So if they play a Gnar on 4 and he levels up, you can play a Merciless Hunter and then use your Sivir to kill it for free, and it's kind of like doing what Gnar does to everybody. It's really good against Gnar. It's good against a lot of stuff. Being able to give vulnerable to an enemy while being a fearsome unit. You can put this on like a 3-3, or you can put vulnerable on a 3-3, kill it for free with your Sivir or your Akshan, and then Merciless Hunter just gets in because they don't have fearsome blockers. Just a very solid card, and it fits this archetype perfectly, so we're running it. Current Vagabond. Now, you don't always get Akshan, and because you don't always get Akshan, you need a way to get a Warlords Palace. This card gets you Warlords Palace. 3-3 body is not bad, and if you have one down, it progresses it. So, just pretty much solid card. Does everything we're looking for it to do. That's why we run it. 2 Golden Aegis. You could run a 3rd Golden Aegis if you really want. I just think that Golden Aegis is pretty situational. You kind of need the right circumstances to line up to hit this, and when that does happen, it's glorious. This is one of the ways we finish out games with a nice rally turn, especially in combination with Sivir leveled up on the board. I just found that when I ran 3 copies of Golden Aegis, I had it too frequently with not enough stuff to do with it. So 2 felt right. Same idea as Absolver. When we need it, we look for it using predictions, or hopefully we've drawn it. And that's when we get it and we close out the game. But other than that, we don't really want to run multiples of this, or we don't want to run 3 copies of this, just because it just feels clunky in our hands if we have too many. Sivir's dope. I actually love Sivir. Basically, when Sivir attacks, first off, Sivir has quick attack and spell shield. She is an offensive statted unit at 5-3, which means she doesn't block very well, but she attacks like an animal. Very hard to block Sivir because of her spell shield. It's very hard to remove Sivir. When Sivir attacks, she shares her keywords with all allies, meaning all your board will get quick attack and spell shield baseline, and then barriers, overwhelm, etc. Whatever you end up getting, making Sivir a very real threat, and pretty much I love it. Love Sivir decks. I might make a different one in the future, but yeah. So Sivir's just great, and she's the backbone of the deck. She's how you win. 3 copies of Concerted Strike. So Concerted Strike is better than single combat, as I was talking about earlier. The reason being, you progress Sivir's level up faster, and you don't risk losing a unit. You also get the added benefit of stuff like Akshan or the Vakar and Bruiser, which we'll go over in a second. I just think Concerted Strike's better. Goes through barriers. It's a lot harder for your opponent to play around as well. Like if you know they have a freeze in hand or they want to kill a certain unit, Concerted Strike makes it very difficult for them to be able to do that and still survive as long as they're smart about which units you pick on the strike. That's why I think it's just better in this deck. Vakar and Bruiser. This guy is just a 5/5 that creates a Lucky Find, so I wish I could show you all the Lucky Find cards, but basically there's stuff like +1/+1, +0/+2, and so on, as well as a myriad of keywords, so you can get like Quick Attack, Overwhelm, Challenger, Tough, Fearsome, etc. Every single time this guy strikes, including with your Concerted Strikes, or your Cataclysms, or your single combats, or whatever, you will generate a Lucky Find that costs 0, which you can play on a unit, which will progress your Warlord's Palace, which could give Sivir additional keywords, etc. Just a very solid card, and at a 5/5 body, he is very beefy. He's a beefcake. This guy, alongside Merciless Hunter, can also take out a Flip Gnar if the situation called for it. Obviously, that's not what you want to do, but yeah. So Vakar and Bruiser just offers you the Lucky Finds, really progresses your deck, and he's a big beater. That's why I'm running 3 copies of him. So, the deck, you could change it and edit it however you like. This is just what I prefer to play with. The same result, you'll end up with a very similar result unless you change it dramatically. I found this deck to be very fun, very strong, and I think it is a great meta pick to climb the ladder at the moment. It deals with a whole lot of the stuff that's going around. I will probably be playing Darkness once I get the final boss Vigor skin, so I'll probably climb to Masters with Darkness, honestly. But I did have a very good time, or very enjoyable time. I, had a lot of good games with this deck, and I think it's a very solid meta pick. So if you're into this, I would recommend, picking it up and trying it out. That out of the way, let's get into the games. Okay, Darkness. This is a weird matchup for us. It can either go really well or really poorly. Akshan is a good card. I actually do want to keep Sharpsight here. Hand it's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's a pretty decent hand.
Scores to settle, crooks to kill. You know how it is. In and out.
Alright, I mean, there's no reason not to attack. So, I actually pass. This is a tough call. I don't think I pass. I think I want to push as much damage as possible. Alright, well, I just play Sivir because if I pass, he never plays Vigor here anyways. So, maybe he'll be deterred by a single combat if I have Sivir on the board, since he has no good way to deal with Sivir. Or maybe he'll just play Vigor. Holy crap, dude. Are you a madman? Okay, that's kind of a sketch way to play Vigor, but sure. I actually let this all through. Man, a tough call. Yeah, it is what it is. Press on. I will protect Akshan, though. I can't believe this guy played Vigor. Like, what if I had single combat? That's such a risky play. Holy shiz. Alright, we have Sharpsight to back this up. The only thing he could really do here is the, I guess that. Holy crap. He went hard. He really went hard for that one. Okay, sure. I'm actually fine with that. Now we can threaten his Vigor anyways. Now his Vigor dies anyways, so it's all good. And we flip Akshan.
Fixing the world one scoundrel at a time.
Like, he has a really hard time dealing with Sivir, which is why he went so hard for it. Let's see what we get. I actually think I go Charger, and then I can push extra damage. No, I'm not quite there yet. This is good. He's going to have a hard time dealing with this card, so I'll play that card. Now, I never develop. I always just go for the Vigor kill here.
But my plans.
This is a tricky one. I actually think I let him die. Because I want to play Bruiser anyways. So I'm okay with this.
Not like this.
And then I can play up my
Steal from the
Bruiser.
rich and give to the us.
Alright, and we have single combat, or concerted strike. Should be able to help us deal with another Vigor, I suppose.
Destroyer of worlds.
I've got your back.
How fast the mana crystal number 3. Soon, Lord Vagar. It will be ready soon.
These take the same amount of resources for him to stop anyways, right? He's gonna have to play 2 damage worth of stuff to kill this, and same with that, so.
Wonder how much this is.
Kill his Vigor, that's huge. Stealing 4 is a little bit annoying. Here? Yeah. Alrighty.
My duty's done.
Spell shield seems pretty good. Definitely just open attack here. Maybe not. Could play Senna. He can also play Ruination. I think I need to open attack.
Knuckle time.
Smooth brain fool. I will drink your darkness.
Alright. So there's no reason for me to buff this right now, since I'm not threatening lethal anyways. I will play this out
I will
first.
shape death as easily as clay.
I'm gonna do 5 to the face. 5 is not good
Must
for
be
the
nice
face.
living off stolen coin.
But anyways, I want to be able to use this buff. I want to get both of them ticking down an extra one, so that's why I waited. Yeah, that's okay.
Make the darkness your own. Taken.
I'd like to give her spell shield or +2 damage. +1/+1 is not really useful. I guess tough will have to do. So I can't actually hit Rally anyways, so I'll just chill. This means I can revive Sivir though. Or I can just get a Sivir.
Bury fear, bury doubt.
Your funeral.
Yeah, I mean, what else can I do? I have to
This'll
get that off the
lay
board
on my
ASAP.
mantle.
We'll play the Sivir out.
I'm a woman of principle. Mine is kill and get paid.
So I can actually get a
I know what
second
I'm
Sivir? Is this how that works? I've never actually played Absolver's Return, Resurrection, with a Sivir. Nah, let's try to get Overwhelm. Yeah, so no Overwhelm, that's unfortunate. Tough will have to do. Huh. Giving it +2/+2 is probably worth... I mean, he needs 2 cards to actually kill this anyways. So maybe this is better.
You're covered.
Just for now. I won't play anything. I'll be pretty non-committal, and I'll decide what to do with the Sentinel's Horde after. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Life is cyclical. Darkness ends.
Oh, it gives me the champion spell. Lame. Well, that sucks.
Gonna find
Oh,
a
that's
gift
so
for
shitty.
Lexington,
Oh, well.
right, Arda?
Okay, well, you know, now you know. Now you know. Damn, okay. I didn't realize. I thought I put it straight onto the board. Should read what that card does. Create in hand. Ah, okay. I should have seen that coming.
Business as usual.
Alright, well, we're going for the kill. We have exact lethal, which is probably never going to actually work. However, you always got to go for it. Got him. Okay, a little bit of a blunder, but I learned my lesson, and, you know, it goes into hand.
That's the gold.
I've played this deck so many times, and I've never actually had that situation come up, so it's kind of crazy. Alright, this deck is really tough for us to beat. Unless we have a very good curve, which it's not looking like at the moment. I mean, that's not terrible. Could be worse. But yeah, this deck is difficult to beat. Akshan makes this curve way better.
Further, bingo.
So if we hit like a Sivir plus a Rally, we can win this game.
Careful.
Otherwise, the longer this game goes, the harder it is to win. Oh my gosh. The prophecy. The prophecy. Let's go.
Don't do terrible things.
Steady now.
Oh, this is a tough call. I don't think
Watch
I
your
can
head.
afford... I can't afford to lose my Akshan, so... We're gonna just have to do that. In current timelines, sure. I guess I can lose Akshan. So doing this obviously puts Akshan at risk of dying to Mystic Shot or Get Excited. He clearly doesn't have either of those, or even Thermo Beam. So, that works. Wow, that was a nice grab, dude. Second Sivir. Alright, Feroce. So I guess the question here is, do I protect Akshan and then play Sivir next round? And I probably do.
My shield is yours.
Yeah, we definitely do now. This also means I can play Sharp Sight next turn with Sivir. And I can get a really strong turn in. Level up Akshan.
All that glitters is mine.
Alright, so Trundle might come down here. Trundle would be a little bit of an annoyance. Can't really deal with Trundle very well. Aloof Travelers, sure. That's going to discard a Sivir, which really isn't that big a deal.
Something. I dropped everything.
Alrighty, so... I play Absolver, would that actually... I don't think I get it if I do that, so I can't do that. I could just go like this. I
It's
swear.
a living.
We just swanging.
I'm not finished.
Ready the torches.
Alright, so
Fixing the world one scoundrel at a time.
this is a pretty good turn here. Assuming this goes through. It might not go through, and I might not actually kill this 3/5. If I kill this 3/5, we're in business. So he's gonna freeze it. Alright. I mean, could be worse. That's a pretty important card out of his hand. And he's still taking 6. So I can't be too upset with that. I'm now looking for Rally. Didn't hit Rally. Very sad. Do I want Vulnerable? I don't think I do. I think I really just need to push for Combat Tricks and Rally. There it is. Amazing. Okay, we can close this game out now. So I actually want a Concerted Strike here. I can't Concerted Strike, never mind. Because if I Concerted Strike, then I can just get hit with Aloof Travelers, and I don't really want to get hit with Aloof Travelers. So we'll just play this for now. We'll play safe for a second. So he's going to pull Sivir. If he pulls Sivir, I put her to 5, and he goes to 5 anyways. I have to Concerted Strike.
Where was I?
Like, that's basically it. I have to Concerted Strike.
Hug it out.
Have Akshan strike first. I know it's less damage towards Sivir, but it is one more trigger towards the Horde. I'm actually okay with this. So I'm 1 mana short. I kind of didn't really want to do that because I knew it would put me short of being able to rally this turn with Absolver. So I'm going to have to wait 1 more turn, but 8 is a very dangerous turn. Huh.
Danger pays.
Alright, I mean, I don't need to play Absolver.
No interrupting.
I don't need to play it right now. Especially since he's obviously representing a freeze. It doesn't make much sense to play it, so I actually just clear his board.
Blade, sand,
I think
and
this is
treasure.
smarter. I
Good
clear his
enough
whole
for
board
more.
and then I rally. Because he's gonna have a hard time refilling.
Lesson's over. Ow!
Alright.
It's an awesome day for progress.
Like, I want to play Waking Sand. It's just if I play Waking Sand first, he knows what I'm up to anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
If they're out there, I'll spot them.
Okay, so that means the only way he actually freezes me here I think I got this, right? So I can revive whatever the strongest unit was. This actually makes sense. Now I get my Akshan back.
Scores to settle, crooks to kill. You know how it is.
And we can just pull his weak units away and then kill him. I'm pretty sure we win. He might play actual flash freeze. He doesn't. Don't have it. Okay, so that's good. We're good then. So I can't play Waking Sand, unfortunately.
Business as usual. My steel is
Strongest
yours.
units
Take
first.
everything.
Akshan doesn't
In and
matter.
out.
Honor guide me.
So I don't have him?
Oh, sure. Take your time. I love to be kept waiting.
5, 6, 7, 8. I do have him.
I'm innocent.
I have exact lethal. Close game. Didn't seem close because I was at like 19 health still, and he was
The real
dead. But
treasure is friendship.
literally
That's
next turn
the
he
goal.
plays the 8 mana, deal 3 to everything, wipes my board, and then I pretty much lose from that point. So that was very tight. We got him like just in the nick of time. Okay, we're playing some Swain and Gnar. Can be an interesting matchup for us. Looking for Akshan though. Akshan would be great, please. Okay. Never Akshan sounds good. Cool tattoo. Wow. Gross. Yeah, so we have a very, very bad hand.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
It's going to be pretty hard to win. This is going to just get killed. He's going to use Death's Hand. And I'm going to buff it out of Death's Hand range. And then he's probably just going to flock it.
Wrap him up tight.
Aha! Tricked him. Nice. That's actually pretty good. Because now he can't just kill it. And he's taken 7. That's huge. That is how we come back in this game. Hells yeah. Should have used Flock, my friend. And now it's not flockable. Oh shit, he's gonna have Gnar. I forgot about Gnar. Do I care about Gnar? I should care about Gnar, but whatever.
Nothing's lost. It's just
Can't
waiting to
really
be
just...
found.
Oh, Teeny Dactyl? Sure, I don't care about that guy. This guy's nothing. You ain't nothing, Teeny Dactyl. Second Bruiser. Now,
Danger pays.
probably do this. Because I want to force him to want to block with that. And he didn't block with it. I'm happy with that. So, lubed up telescope, sure.
Crack skulls, bag loot. Blah, blah. She gets it.
Yeah, so he is hoping that he can kill my Sivir. And I'm hoping that he cannot kill my Sivir, so... conflict of interests here. Stuns it with the spider. So before that happens... I just want to do this now because I know that Flock's coming, right? Like, it was obvious what he's trying to do. So... down... oh, actually, I should put this here. And I have the chance of hitting Spell Shield again! Get wrecked! Okay, so now he has to play even more cards to deal with that. And that's definitely going to be very frustrating for my opponent. Play out the bird. We have no combat tricks to represent. Oh, so nice. Jeez. Third Strike is good. Do I ever just play a second Bruiser? My Sivir's about to level.
Business as usual.
Cool. So everything on his side dies. My Sivir levels. I have Rally.
Sand and treasure.
This can go pretty well for us right now.
This'll look great on my mantle.
A little bit of luck, I can actually hit Overwhelm on the Sivir. That'd be great. So he's playing a Swain ship.
Destination in sight.
see what we hit. Challenger, not quite what I was hoping for. Fearsome's not bad though. So I think I just want to strike this guy down. This is the way to go. That way we have another chance at getting Overwhelm on our silver with Lucky Find.
Time is money.
Wow, he might have rage quit. Nice. Well, I gotta change my emotes. I don't have my good emotes here. Darn. Alright, friend, what are you doing? Like, come on. No need to be salty rage quitter. You can just hit surrender. So he threw his phone. His phone's like on the floor right now. Alright, let's give Sivir another keyword. Hopefully this time it's Overwhelm. Overwhelm would be very nice, Sivir. If not, I'll probably just give it damage, if that's an option. Alright, so this is a rage quit for sure. Imagine getting outplayed like that on turn 2 and then rage quitting. That's hilarious. Tough is pretty good. So it's +1/+1. We'll take the +1/+1. This way it trades with his Swain. That isn't even leveled. Yeah, he should have flocked on turn 3. He was greedy. Went for exact damage. I don't know why on earth he would have did that. Man, he got punished. So, you know, it's his own fault.
They got what they paid for.
Okay, mirror match. Guess I'm not the only one who thinks this deck is probably pretty good right now. So, I don't have Akshan. Game, please, just for one time, give me Akshan on 2. Okay, never Akshan on 2, but at least I have her on 3. I can almost guarantee my opponent will have Akshan on 2. I don't want to trade with him because I want to threaten his Akshan. So, since I don't have my own, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pass. And that way he doesn't want to play his. And that's actually way better. So he's going second bird.
Must be nice living off stolen coin.
I'm good with this. Maybe he doesn't have Akshan. That's possible. Definitely play Sivir. I want to get Sivir rolling.
Heroes go hungry.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Okay, Arda wants to make some meals.
Business as usual.
Hungry Arda. Alright, so I'm obviously very scared of his own Sivir here. I'm not scared of that at all. Maybe this is better. That way if I do this, I guarantee it, and I don't have to waste 2 cards. Nah, we'll do this. We'll play it risky. This obviously loses to his own Concerted. Oh. Damn. Yeah, so I'm going to strike with this first, because I want to just get additional damage for the Sivir trigger. That's really it. He really wanted to kill my Sivir. Maybe it was better to just not risk it and go Concerted first. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta take the risk and go for the value.
Time is money.
How can he possibly... What do you have here, dude? Don't tell me you play Rite of Negation in this deck. That'd be the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. The thing is, like, even if he kills my Sivir... Okay, why would you do that? What? That made no sense. Why wouldn't he just let it happen? Okay. I guess because he gets a kill that way. Maybe that's his logic. Alright, whatever. Whatever he likes. I want to play my own Arda now. So I'm just going to wait. See if he plays something. So he's playing Arda. Which means I actually just play a second bird. We'll threaten his Arda with my bird. See if he plays something else.
My shield is yours.
Yeah.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Golden Aegis. I mean, alright. Tricky. It's very tricky to navigate. So I actually have to do this.
Wrap them up tight.
In order to be able to get some sort of value. Like, the thing here is, we're basically trading down boards completely, but I end up ahead.
Run!
Because my Sivir is leveled here.
This one's a fight.
And I just take that trade, that's fine. I'm gonna have 2 Vikar and Bruisers now,
Taken.
which is a very difficult card for him to deal with, especially if he doesn't actually have a Sivir in hand. My Palace is also ticking, whereas his is not.
Steal from the rich and
yeah.
give to the us.
I also have a Bruiser, bro. What's up?
How you living?
Now, he might have a buff, because he obviously hasn't had anything else, but that's okay. Sure.
Wonder how much this
Sucks
is
I
worth.
can't play mine, but doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Like, I'm significantly ahead right now, I think. Arda.
Crack skulls, bag loot.
Blah, blah.
She gets it.
We're not taking it. We're taking it back.
We love it when they run.
So he might have a strike spell, I suppose.
We'll get our licks in.
I'll have to see. A strike spell would be annoying.
Gum.
Find out. He does. Maybe he has... Yeah, he has a strike spell. Oh, God, that's frustrating. Whatever.
What do we got here?
Whatever. It's fine.
Wonder how much this is worth.
Sucks because he's going to get 2 now. Can he possibly buff this past Arda? He's going to just do a shitload of damage, maybe. Quick attack would be best. Okay, so it's not buffed past Arda, so our Arda still kills him. Alright, all of a sudden this is a pretty close game, I suppose.
Take everything.
Sure. I actually just flipped this.
Greed'll turn any man
I know I
into
could
a
have
monster.
technically waited an extra turn, but I do want the card. This is a very good card to get. Pretty game ending.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
He has another strike. Ooh, a Cataclysm. I actually just do this then. Yeah, I have no choice. Alright, I had no choice. Gotta do it like this. That way at least I kill
Wipe
this.
it all.
So I can hit him for 4. Guess it depends on what I draw. If I draw a Sivir, then I'll play Sivir. Anything other than Sivir I probably don't play. Is that worth playing? Like, what could he possibly have? I don't know what he could possibly have. I think this is worth playing, though. No, because he could have another Vagabond, and then if he has another Vagabond, he flips his Palace. But he still doesn't matter.
You're
Alright.
covered.
Not a Vagabond, the, yeah, I think it is called Vagabond.
Wrap him up tight.
Alright, so he obviously drew some sort of combat trick or spell. Got him at 1. His Palace can flip, so that's a little bit scary if he gets better RNG than we did. Okay, got him. It's a close game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment below, and stay tuned for more Legends of Runeterra content. I'm trying to put out videos as often as possible. Next video will likely be Darkness. I know everybody knows about Darkness. I just think that it's extremely powerful in this current meta. I'll probably finish a Climb to Master using that deck, along with the final boss Vigor skin that I'm excited to get from the event pass. I'm pretty close. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Have yourselves a wonderful day. T-Dot out!